Hello, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to chat with any PDF file using LangChain on Django, and we are going to do this from scratch. Let us get started. We are going to create a new project from scratch. Make dir chat PDF cd chat PDF. Okay, now let's create our virtual environment. It's okay now. All right, so we need to install Django framework, and also we need to install Django REST framework, and we are going to implement an endpoint to upload the PDF, and then we can actually get that PDF and then read it. So let's just install Django. And make sure guys, when you just installing Django with pip install, make sure that you have activated your virtual environment. Let us just check the versions of the Django REST framework that we need. Actually it's pi, but it's okay, we already have it here. So we need this version. Make sure you put the double equals there. Yep, already installed. So we have that. Now we need to install LangChain. It's going to take a while, but as LangChain installs, let's go and check for the LangChain documentation. Okay, let me just ask. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. This is the document loaders. So this module is the one that we're looking for. This is the one that we need. So after installing LangChain, we import the PDF loader, and then we load the PDF that we want. So in our logic, we need to actually specify the absolute URL of the PDF file, where the PDF file is located, and then we have this variable for pages, and then we load the pages. This function does split the pages in some sort of an array or something like that. Yes, so you can see here we're just accessing the first item in that array. All right, so after that we will do the embeddings later on. So that's what we needed to know. Okay, let's see here. Load PDF using PDF into array of documents, where each document contains the page content and metadata with page number. All right. Okay, then, so this is what we have. We have installed LangChain. This is what is needed to install. So if you upgraded pip and you just typed LangChain like this, you could have just installed the latest version. So my workaround, I just installed the latest version by just specifying the version which I need. So you can install LangChain this way. Let's see if it is completed. Now we have the LangChain already completed. Okay, now let's look at the code. Okay, and then run the application. Okay, it's not. We cd2. We didn't create the application. We don't have anything right now. We only have the env file folder. What we need to do is create the project. So we can just do this Django admin start project. You can just call it core. And then cd to the core project that we created. Then let's look at what is there. All right, we have the application. Okay, we have the Django project set up. When we run, we expect it to run. Okay, let's go to this URL. Okay, we have our Django application up and running. Now we are going to create an application called documents. So that's where we're going to be storing our documents first of all. So the first thing what we are going to do is implement a way to store the documents, and then we're going to create a new application. Okay, we have our application created. We have our application created. We need to register that application in the settings.py file. Okay. So in the settings.py file, let's go to the installed apps. All right, there you go. And then let's go to the models, documents, and then models. Okay, we need to create, we need to define our database model, which we'll call document. Then name of the document, title, let me just say title. Let's put to and then URL. Now here we're going to add the absolute URL. We need to, when we upload this document, we will have to have a way to get the absolute URL, attach it here. So in our case, we're going to use Cloudinary to upload our files. So we also need the Cloudinary library. So another thing that we haven't done is register DRF. So we must rest framework. Need to register it so that we can use it. So if you want to know more about DRF, this is why I don't like Microsoft Bing. Okay, now let's see. So this is how you do. You install DRF, you add REST framework in the installed apps. Okay, so that's good. We don't need any authentication at the moment. And permission classes, I don't think we can add them right now because we're not implementing any authentication. So guys, we need to install the Cloudinary library. Make sure you install this. Let's go through the documentation. All you need to do is import Cloudinary and then the uploader. Okay, let's go and check the Django documentation. So sometimes it's really nice to go through the documentation, guys. It's really helpful. Alright, so let us install Cloudinary. We have installed Cloudinary. So guys, in your settings.py file, let's add this. So let's import Cloudinary. We will add the values later on because we need to go to the Cloudinary portal so that we can access the API key, and then we access the cloud name and then the API secret. So guys, I'm going to hard code the cloud name and the API key and the API secret, but there's a better way to do so. You can actually use a .env file and then access this using you use a library like pyenv to access the .env file, or access this using the OS module. The next thing that you're going to do is we go to Cloudinary. Yep, you go there. If you haven't registered through this portal, you need to register. I already created this account long time ago, so I'm going to log in. So this access keys, this is where you get the API secret. So add the API secret there. When you go to the dashboard, you'll find this. So this is the cloud name. So you use that, copy that, and then you use it. That's it. So when you go to the console, just go to the product environment credentials, then you find the cloud name, you find the API key, and then the API secret. We have this setup. We imported Cloudinary. Now let's go to our application. We need to actually define our models for this document. So it's gonna be like URL, then models dot URL field. Let us just put this now true, blank, true, so that we don't have any errors if the document when you're creating doesn't have any values. So we expect that to automatically be null when something went wrong when we are trying to create or something like that. So str is going to be a datetime field. So something null equals to true, then blank equals to true. So this is what we need. I don't think the title is important. Let's just call this name, document name, which sounds much better. Then return. So we want I think that's good. We have a model defined. Okay, there you go. We have this. So the next thing we are going to do is implement our endpoint, the endpoint that is going to be responsible for uploading the document. Okay, first thing that you're going to do is remove all of this from REST. Use import API view. We need this. Right, so let's create our view class. we need to use the parser classes. Should be in a tuple. Then we create our post method. Let me call this doc so that you don't get confused. Let me call this doc. Then we need to import the Cloudinary uploader. So we have the uploaded data. So the best thing, we can just call this response loaded data. Another thing is we need to also have a way to handle exception here when this function is called. If we get an error, we need to return the error, and then if it's successful, then we can return the response. And then another thing is we update the document model. So the next thing here, after getting response, create a document with the metadata we got from the response. Okay, so I can do this. Obj is equals to document dot objects dot create name. What name are we going to call this document? Let's see what's the response. So from the response, what I can see here is res loaded data then original file name then we didn't import this, so we are having an error just because of that. Okay, from documents.models import document. and then the URL is equals to that's all we need. And then otherwise, if we have an error here on top, then we are not creating this object. So to handle this, let me just add it, try except exception as E. So return error. Let's put this on top here. So if this response is successful, then create the object, then return response. So data will be let me just return the res uploaded data. Then status. Did he have? Yeah, we don't have status. From okay, let's import status dot http so we say we have created a document. So yeah, or we can just say okay, because yeah, okay, sounds great. Then when we get the error, let's copy this, and then this is the data. Let's return that error, and then data is none. Okay, let's put this like this, and then MSG success, and then data Okay, so this response is in this form. So this is how it looks like. It's returning a JSON object with key, message, and then data. And then this also does the same. So I'm just making it consistent. All right, so we need also to see if this object has been created. So in the data section, return that, and then let me just add this obj id obj dot id. Okay, that's okay. Are we okay now? Okay, so we have created our view. The next thing that you're going to do now is create our URLs. We need to create it manually for the application, so let's do it. We need to import path also from Django.urls, import path. Upload as view. Rename this to upload. Okay, we have our API up and running. Let's restart the server. So let's go to the endpoints API. Alright, so we have our endpoint registered. Let us just navigate through it. Okay, we have an issue, so we need to put a / like that. Right, so we have our endpoint working as expected. You can use Postman, but I'm using the Thunder client. You can use Postman, but for my case, I'm using the Thunder client for making requests for my endpoint. So the field name will be the name that we gave. Let's go to the views and let me show you. It's going to be file. So let us make a request. We're going to make a post request. So module object is not callable. Let's investigate what the error is. So this should not return a 200. Should return a bad request. Yes. Let's restart the server. Let's make a request again. Okay, we are getting an error. Okay, let's continue to debug this. So apparently it's passing, but the error is coming here when we are creating this object. So let us print the response. Actually, let's return all of this. Let's restart the server again. Yes. Let's have a look at the JSON. Yes, so the error was because you're referencing a key which does not exist. Let us post this again. Let's go back to so we should expect the response to get the ID of the object that has been created. So we have the object created. Now we need to create our view to see all the documents that have been created. So we have we're creating this endpoint, so we need to have a serializer class, which is let's import our serializers first. And then query set is equals to documents document.objects. Then let us navigate to URLs. We create our endpoint. Don't forget to put the comma here. think that's it for now. I'll continue with now integrating this with LangChain. We can see now we have uploaded the document. It has been uploaded in the Cloudinary cloud. So we are able to access this document wherever we want to access it. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how we can integrate all of that.